tonight, meeting for the first time.
First of all, let's start with the hurricane, because it's an unbelievable, unspeakable human tragedy. I'm sure Governor Walz joins me in saying our hearts go out to those innocent people, our prayers go out to them, and we want as robust and aggressive as a federal response as we can get.
Senator Vance has said that there's a climate problem in the past. Donald Trump called it a hoax, and then joked that these things would make more beachfront property to be able to invest in.
We have a historic immigration crisis because Kamala Harris started and said that she wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policies.
Actually going on. I'm more so talking about the resources being reallocated overseas into migrants, and now there's no money in FEMA.
Communities across the Southeast, the death toll rising, at least 227 people killed, downed trees and mud cutting off towns in North Carolina, with authorities working to restore power across the state.
They've actually laid down a ladder so that people can walk across it.
Some residents here still trapped at home, volunteers using ATVs.
They just told us they're trying to get to somebody up on the mountain.
I brought this down just to try to help shuttle people. You know, the workers, they're incredible what they're doing.
Providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door to interact personally with folks.
The idea that FEMA is running out of money is something that the leadership of the Harris administration has said. That especially if there's another disaster, they've said that they might have to go back to the well. And I think a lot of Americans are saying, well, how can we afford to give billions of dollars to illegal immigrants in this country, but we've got to go back to the well to provide disaster relief for our own citizens? That's a disgrace. Now, the media is obsessed with, well, there's one bucket of money over here and there's another bucket of money over here. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that our own government is sending billions of dollars to illegal aliens when there are hardworking Americans. We got to focus on them. Focus on our American citizens who have had their lives destroyed by these terrible storms. That's what Kamala Harris ought to be doing, and it's a damn shame that she's not doing her job.
Well played. Salute Detroit 313. I see you in the building. I pieced this together on purpose. There's a reason why it goes continuity like that. And I got J.D. Vance cutting through all the bullshit and speaking the way that the populace need to understand it. And also pointing out the fallacies in the government contractor. Walk me down on what's played out on this clip, and then give me a play-by-play what's going on the ground, and real world situation as opposed to what the media is playing, and then the photo ops that Kamala is trying to pose for the press, and then we'll pass it off to Black Eagle. It's all yours. 3 minutes to land your plane.
Okay, first off, the first video, they mentioned the deletion toll, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're finding bodies washed up on people's lawns. They're finding bodies everywhere. The water got so high that it swept people away. They were walking, talking, living human beings right before that storm, and then that ended, and their bodies are being swept away. Then you have a bunch of guys that have drones that offered to send the drones up to assist in finding the bodies, and they were like, nah. You know, what if your drone hits an airplane? Well, ain't no goddamn airplanes. You got Chinooks, but I'm pretty sure that a Chinook and a drone, not a big thing. Not a big thing. That 750 that Kami was talking about, well, let me ask you a question. How the fuck they gonna get it when you can't even get in? You know how I know you can't get in? Because I plan on going in. Because that's part of what I do. That's within my wheelhouse. That and some other things. So what mailman is going to scale the mountain with no road anymore to give you 750? And even if they do it, how you gonna spend it? Where you gonna spend it at? You dig what I'm saying to you? There is nothing left. No gas stations, no nothing. So are they going to parachute letters in? Like, okay, cool. Debit cards, cool. But what they going to spend it on? They're trapped. They're totally and completely trapped. See, the roads in the mountains out here, they get real narrow and they wind, right? And the most you may have is a sign. Something you may have a guardrail. Some places you ain't got no damn guardrail. But the sign will read, "Beware of falling debris." That means it's rocks. Well, what you think that water did? Them rocks fell and it washed that road away. So how are they going to drop that money off, that good old $750? Makes no sense. The very last clip, we all know our country spends billions on proxy wars and other places and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, Commie and Stumbling Bumbling Joe said, "The hell with Americans." You know what I saw today? I'll leave it here. There's one thing I've learned in America. There's nothing more powerful than white woman tears. But guess what I saw? I saw me a good old white woman with her little mulatto children with a sign, "Please help, just escape from Asheville." Guess where they were standing? On the side of the road, begging. That's what it looked like, for real, for real. That's cool. These European folks didn't understand that the government would treat them like niggas, and they ain't happy about it. So now they're savaging each other out there and up there. You don't believe me? Watch that toll rise. You'll see. So the people that didn't expire during the storm are now harming each other for whatever goods and resources they can, because it ain't nothing left, because ain't much getting in, and what is getting in is somehow being collected and scooped up. But I landed there.
Well played, sir. Well played. Black Eagle, same line of question. 3 minutes to land your plane. You could address the segments in the video, and then actually just talk to me about how it's playing out in North Carolina, since you're there, boots on the ground as well, sir.
Yeah, man. Everything the contractor said is spot on. I actually know quite a few younger people that go to App State, and they're not even in. They won't even be in classes until, I want to say, maybe 2 weeks from today. So it's real bad down there, man. If I'm not mistaken, too, I think they were talking about one of the main bridges going out because of all of the water pressure. So keep those individuals in your prayers, folks. I can't imagine what it is like to be in a situation like that, but kind of, I want to take it a different approach too, just to think about everything else. On September 26, 2024, President Joe Biden met with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House in Washington, D.C., and he announced $8 billion in military aid for Ukraine. And part of the argument that I've been going back and forth with the Democrat shills for today is, what world do we live in to where we think it's so the Democrat shills are saying, "Oh, well, that's just the military defense." You got people right here in this country, not just in the state of North Carolina, but in other places as well, that are experiencing these disasters. And what world are we living in where we're telling those people that the money that you paid into this system, this is what we've allocated for you to have? However, Ukraine, Israel, you guys get an open checkbook. This is why. So for the Democrat shills, you got to try to figure out why in the world is it that she's not winning. Add this to your list. This is not okay. This is unacceptable. And no other country on the planet is going to do this. When is the United States going to get $8 billion from Ukraine? When is the United States going to get $30 billion from Israel? I mean, at some point, we got to say enough is enough, man. You're working in this system. You're paying taxes in the system. Don't get complacent with letting them try to tell you, "Oh, well, this money is allocated and budgeted here." You got the head of FEMA saying that we don't have enough money, and now this is what's so funny. Exactly, this is what's so funny. What they did, they tried to kind of scrub Google with, "Oh, well, now FEMA is saying that they're trying to combat lies." No, y'all spent that money on illegal immigrants and want people to believe that you didn't. We're not stupid. So I'm gonna land my plane right there, but this is not okay. And we got to make sure that we keep our foot on their necks about it, because they want us to believe, oh, it's about a budget and it's about this and it's about that. No, you guys can do what the hell you want to do, when you want to, for who you want to. And I think too, Kamala got an issue too with North Carolina, because she's not winning North Carolina, and she knows she's not going to win North Carolina. So I think that's part of the problems too. So I'll land my plane right there, man. I'm good.
Well played. I both you and contractor. That was good. Saul,